Do I have to call a cop?
Yeah, there might have been a getaway. How'd you know?
What exactly do you have here?
So this is a 1941 Lincoln Continental. This was in the movie The Godfather.
Hold on. Where Sonny got shot?
This is where he got ambushed by, all the bad guys.
This is pretty incredible. The Godfather, the second best movie ever made, because the only time ever where the sequel was actually better than the original. But the original was an absolute amazing movie. Tons of Academy Awards, everything else like that. This was actually in the movie.
This was in the movie. You can see the bullet holes in the scenes and everything else.
So this is a super iconic car. Does it run?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Drove it in, parked it right here.
Where did you get it?
The car went through an auction in '76 where there were a few other movie cars that were sold. I'm a Godfather fan. It was a little bit of right place, right time. It's been out of the public eye. It has not been advertised. Nobody knows it exists.
Do you have the title for it?
This car is bill of sale only. The title was lost years and years ago.
Okay. That's kind of a problem. How much you want for it?
I was hoping to be around that 85,000 range.
I wouldn't go there. I'd give you like 50 grand if you got the title first. See, here's the problem. I got to have a title.
Mm-hmm.
And I think just about everybody else would, too. I mean, I just don't want a problem popping up. It's just a deal I'm going to have to refuse.
And here I was hoping you were going to make me an offer that I couldn't refuse.
Once you get a title, we'll talk.
Sounds good. We'll do it. Thank you.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing fabulous.
Good.
You're the guy with the cars.
This is the spot.
All right, 3 Porsches.
So obviously you're a Porsche fan.
Big time. In 2006, my dad got his first Porsche, and I always thought the best thing was owning the second set of keys to your dad's Porsche.
They're absolutely amazing cars. The way they started was great. Ferdinand Porsche, basically, he started a car consulting company because he used to work for Mercedes-Benz.
Yep.
Or Daimler-Benz, or whatever they called it back then. And then, basically, the German government came to him in the 30s. They wanted to make a car for the people that would cost less than $250. And he came up with a Volkswagen Bug, and when all that stopped, his son found an old building he could start making cars in. They had to use mostly Volkswagen parts on the original cars. And slowly over the years, they started making their own motors, their own coach works, and year by year, the progression has been amazing.
Yeah.
This one's pretty cool.
This is a 96 911 Turbo.
And this thing's fast.
Big time.
400 horsepower right here.
That's right.
So how much you looking to get out of it?
Well, I think the Porsche market has gone pretty crazy. It'd be about 300 to take this one away.
300,000.
Yep.
All right, let's move on. I'm not that rich.
So this one, a 1964 356.
It's definitely an amazing car.
We redid the engine completely, so it's a top to bottom, full engine restoration.
All right. And you want how much for it?
I think a fair price would be 125.
125,000. Okay.
So what about the silver one over there?
Well, we're getting lower in price. A little bit more affordable, maybe. This is a 75 911S. It's got fresh paint, fresh interior, and a fully restored engine.
I mean, if you saw any movie in the 1970s, because remember the 1970s Cold War, that's kind of spy movies we had. It was the Russians and everything else like that. And every scene in Europe had a Porsche.
Yeah.
I mean, this was the coolest car you could have in the 70s. It really was. When you bought a 911 starting in the early 70s, you were really buying a race car.
Yeah.
It really had that suspension. You feel every bump in the road, but you're going to make it around the corners way faster than anybody else. So how much do you want for this beauty?
Looking to get 90 out of it.
90,000. All right. Can we take it for a test drive?
Yeah, 100%.
You ready?
Sure, if you're driving, we won't be going fast, so I have nothing to worry about.
All right, well, I'm going to take it for a spin.
Bring it back in one piece, all right?
I'll make sure he does. Well, slow down there, cowboy. I'm not like a big vintage car guy, but something about a vintage Porsche, It just feels cool.
It's an amazing car. Absolutely amazing.
All right, Rick, pick it up a little. We need to go a little faster in this thing.
I'm not here to race the car. I'm here to evaluate the car. Motor needs a little tune-up. It's definitely not a perfect restoration of this thing.
Could you speed it up a little? I'm getting tired.
But in general, it's an amazing car.
What'd you think, chum?
Definitely nice. Probably would have been a lot better if I was driving. My boss drives like a grandma.
I do not drive like a grandma. That is a complete lie.
I did enjoy it, that's for sure. And I love the color of it.
No, it's definitely an amazing car. I mean, would you take 60 grand for it?
I couldn't do that. I got more into it than that and would want to get more out of it.
So, I mean, what's the best price you'll take for it?
I could come down a little bit, maybe 85.
No, I wouldn't go more than 65 on it. I mean, if you do 65, we got a deal right now. I'll drive it back to Vegas.
Is that your top?
That's my top dollar.
I'm afraid I can't let it go for 65.
All right. If for some reason you change your mind, let me know.
All right, appreciate it.
Been a
All right,
pleasure.
thanks, have a good day.
All right, take care.
I looked really cool in that car, though, didn't I?
He looks like 008.
007.
008, because the 8 has trouble fitting in a Porsche.